to PSGL F6 Season 25, and it's pre-season time, and we are that unfortunate that it is Singapore. And with you once again this season, it will be the Mong brand on comes free, me, Sondre Sorrow again, Louis Marshall.
Indeed, hello.
And today, as it is pre-season, we have Blue Jean, one of our F6 admins, with us.
Good evening.
To see
it is unclear, Connor.
To see what his goals for the season is, not just as an admin, as a driver too, but mainly as an admin, and what he thinks it's gonna be like. So, if you just want to start, Blue.
I'm actually excited for this season. We had some great talent that we sent off to the higher leagues last season. Sad to see them go because they were clean, they were nice. But it's good to see new people coming in. And as far as teams go, I'm really excited because there's some really strong people that last season suffered from being the only one that scored points or being the main point scorer in their team, and now most of those have come together. So Constructors is definitely going to be a feisty one this year, or this season.
Interesting. I think my first question then is, last season obviously we had a non-Dutchman winning the championship. But now my question is then, are we gonna see the Dutch people coming back in strong and take the championship this season, or do you think it's gonna be somebody else? Who's your big favorite?
Big favorite? I don't know, but there's like a top 4, 5, I guess, that I don't really know who will have the upper hand.
Interesting. Any of them Dutch?
2.
Yourself in that picture?
Nope. I'm just hoping to scrape some points and here and there get a decent result. But my pace is still nowhere near 2018 pace, so I'll just wait for the next game, I guess. Hopefully I'll get my pace a little bit back there.
Former champion just wants to scrap points.
What was that, Marshall?
What?
Former champion trying to scrape points. Disappointing.
Have you seen how many points I got last season?
Well, I do see what it means, but
I only got 23 points last season, okay.
Next question, though, Blue. There's 3 new drivers this season. Any of them you think can fight for the championship, or where do you think they'll end up?
Well, from what I read from the race thread questions, it's Coasty who has come in as a new driver and now has a full-time Williams seat. His aspirations are to win the championship or at least come really high, so I'm excited to see how he'll do. As well as all the reserve drivers that we had last season now having full-time seats. And with the 3 new reserves that we have, we got a 3rd one today as well. It's going to be interesting to see how their pace is. So we got 4 new guys this season. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Interesting. Any questions from you, Marshall?
Yeah. What's your personal targets for the season? Would you like? Well, you said you want to scope a few points, but would you like to maybe get a podium like Boomer last season?
I definitely want to get a podium. My aim is if work and other stuff doesn't come in the way too much, I'd like to get top 10 in the driver standings again. That should definitely be possible. And maybe a podium or 2, that would be great. But I don't really expect it, but the hope is there.
Yeah, anything can happen with like safety cars now.
Exactly, with the higher frequency of safety cars, it definitely is much more of a possibility to have an interesting safety car restart just before the end, for example.
Yeah, couple more questions left before we start.
Hmm.
Looking at the calendar, what's like your main track? Like, what's your favorite track on this calendar?
And then I gotta look 1 sec.
I'll try and find
Statistics wise or feel wise? Because statistics wise, it would be a different track than feels wise.
personal, like your best driving style ever.
Ooh, it'd either be probably Canada or Italy.
Jesus Christ, we drive differently. I hate them tracks.
Oh, we certainly do.
I just don't like. I know I'm gonna offend a lot of people by saying this, but I just don't like Silverstone. So
I don't mind
I
Silverstone.
just hope it rains there because then I actually have some pace.
And last question for myself. Looking at this field, who is your biggest rival for the season?
On track.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
That is an interesting one. I'd like to say the likes of Cablo, Morris, Ruma, and if I have a good day, maybe take the challenge to Twanach and Callum, as well as RDO, but that all depends on my pace.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where you end up this season.
Yeah, because the midfield in our tier is really close together, so
The whole team is close.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who will come out on top and who will be the midfield battlers.
Indeed. Sandra, you got any quick last questions for Blue?
I don't think I have any more questions. I gotta say that as far goes as his main rivals, Blue, that is, I do agree a lot with him. I think he's gonna be fighting a lot with Cablo and Morris Guy and the others, like he said there, Buma. So I think it's quite spot on there. Um, but I don't have any more questions. So unless there's any last words from you before the new season, Blue?
Well, I want to wish everyone good luck, and let's make this just as good a season as it was last season. Um,
It's gonna be
make it
hard.
even more interesting. Go out with a bang on this game.
Well, that is gonna be
Maybe a few
hard, but we
tips.
will make our best, and I believe the drivers will do their best too. But
Thank
with
you.
that, then, good luck for preseason and the season for you, Blue. And
Thank you very
I
much.
believe people seems to get eager to get started now. So
Yeah, it's one pass, so you know people want to race. Let's get on with it.
well, Marshall, then
Yeah.
back to us too, and it is preseason, so it doesn't really matter for the championship. But who do you reckon we're gonna see up there today?
Hold on, do I see who's actually in the lobby? I forgot.
And by that,
Great
I
start.
also mean like who do you think is actually who's gonna show themselves to be a championship contender, podium
Well,
contenders? Like,
you think Swen, Pornage, um, Morris, and Cablo can go up there? And there's the new guys. I'm not sure, like Dion, Mays. I'm not sure what their pace is like, so never count them out. So it's anyone's game, really.
I gotta agree with you on a lot of that. I think
Oh, that's mine.
Pawnage, Tvanak, and Sven are at least three of the main people I think are gonna go for the championship. Um, then you also mentioned Morris and Cablo. I think both of them are gonna be like regular top five people on the maybe on the podium sometimes. There is some other people that it's gonna be interesting to see
Poggle, Callum will be
Poggle,
up
yeah,
there.
Callum, obviously both good drivers, often ending around top five, but also often ending in a lot of trouble though. Marshall, can't
Yeah, the
forget
main
there was some bottles from Callum and some incidents for Poggle. Same
the
with
main
Ardio.
thing for this tier really is just consistency. That's what like last season's constructors champions, Mesclas and Doomless was good at. They always seems to get like a McLaren on the podium.
And the worst thing is you say like that's what they were good at, and if you think about it, Sven and Pawnage, who were also up there sniffing on the championship, it wasn't that
Mm.
they weren't really consistent either. It was just like the McLarens were just as consistent as you possibly can be almost. So it's gonna be interesting.
And do you know what I just realised? Which is really sad. There's no El Truco. Where's El Truco?
That's a good question. I believe he should be here this season at least. Would
Yeah,
be
no, he's
surprised if he
in his
isn't.
tier this season.
But that is a good question. But let's try to see who is first on track. I think it might be Callum actually. It is.
Um,
And what do you think about the new drivers, Marshall? Do you obviously we heard what Blue said about who was it? It's Coasty.
Coasty,
Coatsy.
yeah.
He's gonna be aiming for the championship. So what do you think? Do you think we're gonna be able to
Um,
see him fight up there, or
to be honest, I have no idea what his pace is like compared to these guys. But if he wants to go for the championship, I like his confidence.
definitely?
But let's see what he can do.
In the meantime, though, we're gonna follow Callum to be the first to set a timed lap this season, as he's coming into turn one right about now. Cutting
Oh,
the curb a little, then getting a nice tight exit from that first combination.
Callum last season was a reserve, and now he's got a full-time seat in Haas,
Oh,
and
and
he chipped his front wing
Cal's
off.
a little into the wall there, and we're gonna stick on him as it looks like he's gonna try to finish this lap. Can tell you though, Marshall, that there is one of the new drivers that I know, and that is TTG Mason. It's gonna be interesting to see what he can do here. I know that he's been in F5. Well, I'm not sure if it was named F5 or F6 when he was there, but I know he's been there and didn't go without some damage, you can say. Obviously, starting out in that tier can be a little up and down on experience, but he's here now, and I don't know how his pace is nowadays. But if it's at least close to what it was before, I think he should be able to fight with the best ones there.
Would you say he's like the dark horse of this tier?
Well, if he gets to race enough races, and
Oh, well, he is a reserve, isn't he?
yeah, he is. If he gets to race enough races, and also maybe get a full-time seat if anybody leaves, I will call him out to be a dark horse in this area.
Yeah, Callum sets a blistering lap time of
Blistering and
42.7.
blistering. Sven putting up 139.1 though on the hard tires.
And we know it's going to be a dry race because we've put it on clear weather.
And thank God for that.
Oh no, yeah.
As we can see that Pawnage has gone second so far with 137.3. And I believe that Dion in first right now. He is one of the new drivers, so it looks like he might be able to be up there to this season.
Is Dion a full-time or a reserve as well? I'm
I'm
just
not
quickly
sure.
going to check. Um,
Let's see here, Mileham. in the McLaren this season. Was a Ferrari driver last season.
Looks like Dion's a reserve. So for the season in Mercedes, we've got Abmo and Juho. We've only got Juho today. Ferrari,
Right.
we've got Pornage and Boomer. Red Bull, RDO and Swen. McLaren, Lee Wilson and Milam. Renault, Cablo and Morris. Alpha, Sabetti and Bundes. Racing Point, Matt or CTI Steeman and Blue Jean. Toro Rosso, El Truco and Widelow Billy. Haas, Tonic and Callum. Williams, Coasty and Poggle. So that's the full grid for the season.
Interesting. Most of the drivers obviously been switched around with the Team Saber last season, but can't stop to notice though that Morris Guy and Cabell once again in the Renault.
They like the Renaults, don't they? They
They
haven't had the best
are
of luck
like
in
the
them.
Renaults. They're like
They're like Foggy when it was in the Williams.
yeah, they kind of are. Question though, Marshall, do you know how many seasons they've been in the Renault now?
Oh, about 4, 5 seasons, I'd imagine.
I don't know. So for all I
Maybe the
know,
start,
you might be right.
maybe the start of like F7 when it was like the first time, first season of it.
Well, obviously they've both been here a long time now, so I don't know about when like the first season one of them entered or something, or when they entered, but
I'm
I'm
so
just gonna go
sure
six
someone will
seasons.
tell us.
I have no idea if that's correct, but I'm guessing six
There's,
seasons.
yeah, uh, it has been a long time.
Well, they definitely have been it for. They've been in the Renault for at least 3 seasons. That's for sure. But I
We've
think
got a
it's
yellow
more.
flag in Sector 2, Lee Wilson. It looks like it's missed his breaking point and has just gone straight on, coming into the middle sector.
Billy though coming around the final corner as he sets a 1:38.8
On
on
hard tyres.
hards. Bill is also one who might be able to be up there and fight this season.
Yeah, possibly. Bailey,
I think
I've,
the
I've remember
yeah,
one time Venom or Alamonda said Bailey just gets too many penalties in the races. That just ruins his race.
I know
Um,
that issue too well.
yeah, and if he can stay out of incidents, then he could be up there this season as Coasty. Looks like he's been in Sector 3.
Right now we're following audio though, as we're
Oh,
gonna
he's
see if
been there at
he's
the
gonna be able to flip
tunnel.
this car in the final sector here. He knows that all eyes is on him when it comes to flipping. The flip meister.
Is there a
No
new car
flip,
this
but
season?
it's a 39.6. Let's see. Is any of the new guys on the lap? It's.
Uh,
Oh,
I
he
think
crashed, alright.
I think Juho's on the lap, but he's got people ahead of him.
We can jump over to him.
Juho's
Well, he's
pitting.
going into a pit, so we'll jump off him and over to Cablo because I believe he's going to be the first one to finish a lap now.
Yes, it is.
Coming into this tight tunnel. Into the final corner and over the line. It's gonna be a 1:38, 1:37th
137
lap
flat.
by Cabell to take provisional pole here. And
Are you
I believe
surprised about
he's.
people on the softs? Because they're guaranteeing like a two-stop this race.
Nah, you can do a one stop on softs.
What, softs to hards?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Depends on how far you take the softs. If you take them further than 6 laps, then yeah, they're disgusting after that.
We've got Morris's teammate, Cablo's teammate Morris, about to finish his lap, coming up to the
Oh,
last corner.
and he's also on the soft tires. It's gonna be a 1:37.5.
Renault first and fourth, pretty strong so far. And
And I believe
I think Maze has
Mace is
just gone
next.
purple in the middle sector.
He's also on the soft tires today in the Haas as he comes into the tunnel section, trying to get the best and quickest line possible through there. Well, looking very nice and tidy out of that corner, and the
Oh, I
way
think
too
that's
big
invalid.
overcut there. And it's a 37.7, which would have put him then in 5th.
E5, yeah.
But too
I
big of a
think he
cut.
went purple middle sector, so he wasn't a good lap.
That's Puma, he's not on the lap, and the other Renault is not on the lap, so blue.
Cablo's in. Morris is probably pitting. Boomer's starting the lap.
Blue is about to finish the lap as he's coming into the last sector. He is in the last sector actually. My bad.
Yes. Second season in Racing Point with Matt. We've got to Matt can't make it tonight. Probably, I think it's work, I guess.
Not sure. Nonetheless though, blue is going over the line with a 1:38.2 on the
Oh, only
mediums.
just missed the best time. As Betty goes 7th with a 38.2 as well.
Let's see. Callum, I think Callum is not on the lap.
What tyres would you start on, Sanjay? If you was racing, would you start on the softs, mediums, or the hards?
Softs. There is
Really?
way too big of a chance of a safety car on lap 1 here in Singapore, so I would start on the
That is
softs.
true. Yeah.
Soft and then see what everybody does. Obviously, if it's a safety car on lap 1, then it's in for hard tires to the end. Or medium.
Yeah. There
Two
probably
possibilities then.
could be a good chance of 2 safety cars this race. Because Singapore is a
Well, with Singapore,
narrow
it's a good chance of
circuit.
3 safety cars.
Oh yeah.
And also remember the big flip factor with audio. That's
Yep.
Boomer.
I hope we still got a clip of that.
Wait, is Boomer starting his lap first now?
There's a racing point in last sector. I think Blue's pitting this lap. There's an Alpha Savetti's invalid. There's a Williams Poggle on his out lap.
Then we'll keep following
Lee
Boomer a
Wilson's on the
little.
lap.
Lee Wilson, and where is he? He's further ahead yet, so we'll go over to Lee
His
Wilson.
teammates just retired in the first sector.
Oh, and I see exactly where that is. Corner leading on to the long straight.
Yeah.
John Coates saying, I'm happy it's a practice. So I'm just gonna...
I'm sure that's Coatesy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is then. Nonetheless though, Lee Wilson into the final corner and to the line, and it's gonna be a 1:39.5, which puts him 12th at the moment.
Yeah.
Who is
What is the
next?
Mercedes off, it looks like? Oh, it's Juho just gets out of the way.
Is any of the Renaults on lap? No, out laps.
There's a Ferrari of Boomer, who's is he on? Is he on the lap or finishing the lap? Oh, that's invalid anyway.
Juho is on out lap. Billy should be the next car who is on the lap then. But he's invalid. No, he wasn't the next. That was the wrong Toro Rosso, my bad. Dion, the new driver.
Dion. It looks like a strong drive for this season.
so far he's looking good. Been able to place himself right up there with the best of them.
Yeah, like Pornage, I'm sure his target is to fight for the championship more.
Yeah, well, I do have to say though, I believe both Pornage and Sven are gonna have a little more time in them if they get in a better lap soon. Same
As
with.
oh, Dion.
Ooh.
Look how
What is
close
that?
it is between him and Cablo.
Very close. But who is next though? Both
It's
the Renaults out
Cablo's
laps.
Cablo. Oh no, sorry, it's an outlap. Yeah.
Lee Wilson
Oh,
in
the
lap.
Ferraris. What happened there?
Oh, Pornage is out.
What? Oh, and Boom is just pinned in the wall.
Interesting tactics there.
They
What
are in
about
Ferrari.
Billy? No,
They're
he's
doing it right.
invalid. Maze is in the first sector. Red Bull.
Yeah, most
Hardy.
of the
Oh,
F6 drivers waited for Singapore for this season as the pre-season for some reason. Which, to be honest, I don't understand. I would have preferred to USA myself.
yeah. Gotta agree with him there. Ardio though coming into the final corner and over the line on medium tires to go up to 5th with a 37.5. That's a
Decent lap
strong
there from
time.
RDA.
The other Red Bull is an outlap.
Dion's confident with his time to retire. Cablo retired.
I think Mace
Morris
is
is...
the next one.
Not sure if Morris is on a lap.
Mace is the next one on the lap right now. He's in the middle sector, just crossing the sector there, and it says purple. However, we do know that that isn't necessarily correct though. As he comes into this final sector, beneath the tunnel, I think he can push a little more there, Marshall, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
His line is
not attacking the corners as much
his line in
as...
the tunnel section looks a bit wide, but over the line though it's going to be a 37.2, so it is a good lap, which puts him third right now.
Let's look
As I believe
at Jiho. Oh,
Callum is
Jiho's not even
starting.
close to finishing.
But who's the next
Oh,
though?
Billy.
Blue?
A
Billie Jean
36.9
invalidated.
from Billy.
It's one of the Renaults then. Morris Guy. It is Morris Guy. But he's not pushing.
I think it is Jiho. Oh, no, Swen.
Sven, yeah. We're gonna jump over to Sven. Fought for the championship last season, was in the lead for a large part of the season too. Kind of bottled it away in the end.
He just lost his pace, really, compared to like the
And
McLarens.
a 37.4, which puts him 6th at the moment, and the best medium runner so far.
Who's
Juho.
next? I think it's between Callum or Jiho. It's Jiho next, I believe.
It's Juho, then Callum, I believe. As Juho comes into the final corner,
Well, that's
goes
invalid.
way wide and ends up in the spin actually.
He's just doing some practice donuts, I guess. And they, oh,
It could almost look like it, but what about Callum Anderson? No, he's coming into the final corner in just a few seconds now. And not
ran
really
a bit
taking the
wide
best line there, but it's a 37.3, which puts him 5th on medium
on the
tires and the
mediums.
best medium runner at the moment. Interesting.
And I believe that's Collie over.
So we have Billy on pole, Dion the new guy in second, and Cablo in third. Mace, also one of the new drivers, in fourth, followed by Callum in fifth, first medium runner. Pawnage with, I think I can say, a disappointing 6th place for him. I don't think he is
I think
happy about
he
that.
can improve that.
I think he could have improved that. Then
Yeah,
Sven.
probably at Cablo pace, probably.
Yeah, maybe quicker too actually. And I didn't catch the rest of them. I know Sven was the next guy in 7th, I believe it was.
Why are people on softs? Do they want to die? They're probably expecting safety cars.
Well,
Oh, and look at this.
Fishy for... Ooh,
Boomer and Blue got penalties.
interesting. But yes, Sven in 7th, we're continuing where we left off. Morris guy in 8th, then we have Audio and Boomer both on medium tires. In 9th and 10th, Boomer obviously with a 5 position grid penalty though, same as Blue Jean in 11th. Then Sebedi, Mileham, Lee Wilson, Poggle, Juho, and it's Coasty, who didn't get to show off what he really can do today. But yeah, to you though, Fishy, you haven't. I will just suspect that you haven't watched F6 around Singapore before. There is a guaranteed flip by Audio, almost guaranteed. What do you think though, Marshall? After watching quali, who do you think wins today?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say a Billy win. Callum second, and Dion third.
Interesting. I'm gonna hate myself for this because every time I put trust in Callum, because I'm predicting him on to win today, every time I do that, he ends up bottling. But I'm gonna say Callum for first, Sven in second, and Cablo in third.
Yeah, I was thinking of like Cablo, Mays, Pointage. Like it was when Morris could. Oh, any of these guys could get there really.
Almost starting to regret choosing Callum and Sven already because, well, they will have some traffic to clear, and you know that isn't easy on this track, so also have a few
Looking
cars in
outside,
front of them.
got 5 people on hards. So Betty, Milam, Lee Wilson, who's in the garage, Poggle, and Coasty. Coatsy, not Coasty.
Coatsy. It's actually
Coatsy.
Coatsy, not Coasty.
Yeah, I thought it was Coasty.
I thought so first too, but I did notice. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Paco is trying to say that Monaco is way better than Singapore.
No
No,
way.
no, no, no. Delusional is what we call that.
Who likes Monaco? Awful.
Whoever's planning on not crashing. Because let's face it, Monaco is just a big crash fest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's done the most ever pit stops in Monaco, but I do believe I've seen some people do around 6 pit stops.
I just lose my wheel in the first lap at Monaco.
Nah, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't lose it on the first lap. I would manage to keep my wing for a couple of laps, and then I would start trying to push more, and then it would all go to, yeah, you know. Monaco is pure skill. No, Monaco is pure luck. That's what it is.
He's the biggest bottler.
You know, thinking about it, like, I might have the bottle hog nickname, but I do believe Paco is starting to become a bigger bottler than me.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
He's definitely not gonna take the Mong brand away from me, though.
Oh, nah.
but nonetheless, we have 31 laps to do today, and there we have 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and there we go, and it looks like a good start
Poor
by
start from
Dion
Billy.
in second, who's going to challenge Billy into turn 1. He's going to take that first position away from Billy, but Billy comes back at him
Oh,
and
blue.
solidifies that first position for now. Cabell fighting in third. We have Mace, didn't he start 5th? Has he gone up a position?
Mace was 4th, I believe.
Alright, so he's still 4th. He's then just been able to hold off Callum for now. We can also see Mace sniffing a little on Cabell's rear here. Any big stuff happening at the back, Marshall?
So Betty, Blue, and Poggle, it looks like all hit each other at the start.
That's a shame for both of them. Nonetheless, though, so far everyone is lining up in a big line here. We can actually see the Toro Rosso Billy, though, pulling a little away from these guys, while we can see that everybody else is pretty much staying together. And I believe I saw Red Bull of Sven trying to make a move on Pawnage.
Looks like Coates's got an issue. Might just be the hards, that's the issue.
Sandra Bottlog, you are right, Fishy. That is my name. But I gotta say though, Marshall, to be Singapore, this has been a very clean first lap. And I say that as I think it was Juho who went in the wall back there.
Yeah, it is.
I jinxed it.
You did. No safety car.
Let's see though. Look at this Dion on Billy. Dion is gonna go for the inside line into this left-hander. He's gonna take the position away from Billy and up into the lead. Further behind, there is no changing at the moment. They're still just following each other.
With the soft tyres, what do you think they would overheat, like following each other?
No.
Is that not an issue in this game?
Not as big as the last game. Far from as big as in the last game. They like following each other. They will get a little worse quicker than if you're leading and can just pull away a little, but it also depends on how you're driving and that kind of
Billy.
stuff.
There's a Billy struggling now.
But I do believe though, Marshall, around lap 4 is the point where the medium tires are gonna start to be superior. And we can already see a couple of these guys on the mediums starting to sniff on the rears of the cars ahead of them.
Callum's in a good spot right now then.
Fishy. My prediction out the window. He said, Pawnage almost lost it! And who's that? That is Dion.
Oh my god.
And I think that was Mace who barely managed to stop and not hit him. It doesn't look like Mace had any wing damage. I think it was close hitting him though. But it's the first safety car of, well, pre-season.
The first safety car pre-season, yes.
Well, see, this is what I meant, Marshall. This is now is the question, what do the soft runners do? They don't have much good life left of the tires, so they can choose to go in for a set of mediums now and do medium, or to go in for the hard tires and go to the end.
I'll probably pick for hards right now, because if there
I
isn't
gotta be honest, I would have done that.
If there's no safety car to end rest of the race, you can just stay out. If there is, you can just pit in for mediums, then you'll be fine to the end.
Yes.
And it looks like with Dion, with his crash, on the last corner, he just understeered into, like, the wall. And
it's a shame
so many people.
for him. I'm not completely sure, but I believe it was Mace I saw that had to break down to almost a standstill, and then he had, and I believe he lost his position to Pawnage by doing that, and
Cornage and
Callum.
Callum.
Yeah, so, but it does look like he managed to survive without wing damage, and a crash ahead of you. Lose 2 positions isn't as bad as getting a front wing damage then.
Yeah, rather lose 2 places than be down at the back.
Yeah, pretty much last in the field if you get that wing damage. But
And
let's
Billy's
see
position
then. I
is
see some
Pablo's.
of these guys going into the pit. It is the soft runners: Billy, Ponage, Mace, Cablo, oh, Morris guy, and Booma also into the pit.
They're pitting them for mediums.
Oh,
Who's on
double
hards?
stacking.
Billy's on hards. Everyone else has gone on to mediums, which is interesting.
Well, we can now see though that the net leader of the race is Callum, ahead of both the Red Bulls, Marshall.
Swen and RDO having a quiet start, but stayed out of trouble.
Well, I
And
think
are on
RDO might have gone up a few places actually. We can check that. RDO up 6 places. Well,
Coates's up 13.
I don't think he's up that many per places then, considering the pitting cars. But
Coatesy
Coatsy definitely made a good start.
on the hard tyres, so don't count him out yet. He could still nick a podium, possibly.
Oh yeah, and he is obviously gonna be on the mediums at the end of the race, so he's not in a bad position now. Although obviously all the guys who pitted, I see Blue Jean, well, Billy, Blue Jean, Boomer, and Saberi has all gone over to the hard tires. The rest of the
Yeah,
guys who pitted went over to mediums, so they're aiming at a 2-stop with mediums now. But then again, that's not too bad of a strategy now, considering the guys who hasn't pitted, they're going on to the hard tires. So,
and just pawnage penalty exceeding track limits. I hate that
uh,
new thing that you can't cut a safety car. Just
well,
silly.
gotta stay within the track limits then, Marshall.
It's just safety car though.
I do see what you mean, but
It's not going to gain you time
I
advantage.
mean, if it was warnings, I would have understood, because like safety car or not, you're still supposed to stay within track limits. But the 5 second, that's what's ridiculous about it.
Yeah, as Jiho's pitted in for softs with a front wing change.
Interesting. Does he believe in another
And
safety car in the fuel laps time?
as Blue gets a 5 second penalty for the same as Pottage. And Zabetti's got a penalty.
I believe all of the field have catched up now, except for Juho, obviously. And Lee Wilson, did he lag out at the start, Marshall?
Yeah, he's been lagging out loads of times during quali.
It's a shame for him. What do you think right now, though, Marshall? Who is in the best position to win this race?
Probably Billy, I reckon. Because he can go to the end if he wanted. And if there is another safety car, just pit him for mediums.
Gotta agree with you. Ooh, as Dion, well, yeah, he crashed, so he's left the session. Probably not what he wanted from pre-season, but
Take out the
can't always
positives,
get
he
what you want.
was up on the pace with the leaders, so he has to be pretty happy about that. And looking for him, it's only pre-season, so doesn't mean anything really.
Exactly. thought too. Gotta say though,
Oh, look at
pre-season,
Callum almost
17
dinged it.
drivers. You did
Let's see
mention
when
Billy,
Callum's...
but like it's Coatsy too, though. In fourth right now, one position ahead of Billy, also on hard tires.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Casey could possibly win this race still,
it
to be fair.
depends because Billy's hard tires at the end won't be great, and its Coatsy will be pitting over to medium tires, which he will be catching on then. So
And Callum's had a great restart.
he has, but look further behind though. Billy, he's made the overtake on its Coatsy. It's gonna end up being its Coasty.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Coasty so many times.
We are. But look at this though, Cabell and Ponage going side by side.
That's Morris.
Oh, you're right.
Oh wait,
Oh,
no.
and look at this. Ponage against Mace. Mace on the inside, Ponage on the outside. It looks
Oh,
like
this is getting
Ponage is able
toasty.
to stay in.
See what I did there? It's getting toasty.
Ah, Marshall. Just don't. Oh, look at this Ponage. He's looking for a move already now on this Williams. And does he have damage or is his tires just very cold? Because he's not
I don't
looking
think he
like he
has got
has a lot
damage.
of grip.
See who's got an issue.
Oh, and look at this. It looks like Morris Guy is going to make a move on its Coatsy here. He's going to try to look for the inside line. He's going to have to cut the track to make that move. And now he's on the outside, but it's going to be the inside for this corner though.
Oh, I think Coasty has got damage. Front left of his wing.
Oh, May's getting very close to him there, but he knows better than making a move into this tunnel. And look at this. Boom. Look at how close they are down here behind its Coatsy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Maze almost sent Coasty into bloody Narnia.
But now it's Coatsy is into the pit and these guys are released from the train. But first though, Audio on his teammate Sven is gonna make a move into this corner. He's gonna stay behind. Billy is trying to catch up to these guys too, and there is yellows.
Jiho's off at turn 2. He's struggling, Jiho, today.
Oh,
Multi-21.
look at this train though, Marshall behind Poggle now. Mace has managed to break away from this train.
There's Poggle.
Poggle is now there with Buma, Blue Jean and Mileham all right behind him.
Yeah, Billy's just got past RDO. I wouldn't surprise me if RDO sends it. He does.
Ooh.
And he almost puts it in the wall.
You could have told us there were action up here, Marshall. Billy
yeah,
against Audio.
Oh no, that's not
We
smart.
caught some of it, but it looks like Audio is going to be able to stay ahead though. Oh, as Billy's almost spun Audio there. And you see what this has done, Marshall. It's invited Cablo into the fight. And also Pornage, actually.
Letting Sven get away.
Letting both Sven and Callum get away from everyone.
Indeed.
Oh, and it looked like Audio's tail just slipped a little there. It's looking... I gotta be honest, Audio is looking very tail happy.
Yeah,
And
DRS
look at
now.
this. Billy right on his back. He's gonna go for a move into his next corner, but Audio blocks the inside. Billy still tries to go for it. He moves back on Cablo. And it's gone to shambles for these two then.
Yeah. Cablo's so unfortunate then, like Billy just turned straight into him.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, in the first thing between Billy
Cablo's
and
got damage.
Audio, I'm not sure who's at fault there. It looked like Audio was closing that gap, but maybe he did it too late. But for Cablo though, to just end up with that wing damage after Billy just trying to go for gap, but that wasn't there.
It looks like Ardio's just trying to go defensive and Billy was like refusing it. He was just trying to find the way down the
He
inside.
was going through. Simple.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not as simple considering there was damage in the end. But let's see though
Look at
with
Sven.
this.
He's already, not Sven, Ardio. He's already catch up to Sven, it looks like.
Audio
And
managed to escape that without wing damage. Capel obviously having wing damage. Pawnage
Morris and
is maybe the
Mace
big
just got
winner
past
of
Billy.
this. Morris guy into the pit. Was it Morris guy that got the wing damage? It was.
No, it was Cablo, pretty sure.
Oh well, Morris guy had wing damage too, so
Ah.
yeah, I can see that. Maybe Morris guy's wing damage was worse, and they decided that Cablo. Well, it looks like Cablo is able to stick with these guys so far.
Yeah, and look at Pawnage. He's getting closer to RDO now.
Oh yeah, and Pawnage, what are you gonna do? He's gonna go for the inside line. He's gonna try to bait RDO into going defensive.
3 experienced names, RDO, Pawnage, and Cablo.
Oh, and Milham is into the wall with his back end actually, so I'm not sure completely what happened there, but he was involved in something.
Yeah.
As there were a few cars battling back there. But let's head
Looks
back
like
to this
RDO's
battle
dribbling on his
for
tyres.
third. We can see Pawnage trying to bait RDO a little again. Obviously Pawnage wants this position, but he doesn't want to risk too much.
Yeah, fucking 2 and 3. Okay, that's cleared up now.
Oh, and
Oh, Cablo.
Cablos braked and missed the
VSC.
braking zone and went straight into the
Callum's in.
wall before the tunnel.
Callum's pit in, so is Sven. So is RDO.
Cablo
So is
is going to be
Pawnage.
pitting too.
Of course,
What
Cablo
is it?
is there.
Mace
Maze
is
is staying
staying
out.
out, and he's going to be the on-track leader, I believe. He will.
What happened to Boggle?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Let's
Oh, he's
see.
binned it before the tunnel.
It looks like that's... Oh, I did not get a good view of it, but it looks like that's what happened to him, yeah.
Yeah.
But look at this though. A virtual safety car. The only one who hasn't pitted is Mace, well, Puma
Maze,
also,
Beamer, and Milan.
and Milham, and well, right now Mace with clean air. The medium tires, or everybody who pitted went over to the hard, so he should be able to pull a little time on them maybe. And he's going on to a set of medium towards the end, so he's managed to put himself in a good position right now.
Yeah. The biggest loser here is probably Pawnage. Look how far behind he is now of RDO.
Ah, you're right, actually. I don't
He's
know
lost
how
10
he's ended that
seconds.
far behind, but well, Boomer didn't pit, so he didn't double stack, but I'm not sure. Well, Pawnage had a 5 second, didn't he?
Oh, possibly, actually.
So he's probably served the penalty in the pit, I assume. But look at this though, Milham trying to stick with Callum Anderson. Callum on the hard tires, Milham on the grippier medium tires, but also with a little wing damage.
What lap would you expect Maze to come in? And then mediums?
Well, I mean, mediums is good for... how much is they really good for?
I'm guessing
12
about lap
laps?
15, 16 it's
But
gonna take.
obviously you gotta take them a little further, so I'm gonna expect him to pit around lap 15 around there.
Yeah,
Maybe a little later too, just to have the better tires at the end.
maybe hope for another safety car.
Or virtual.
Yeah, or virtual. As Swen's getting close to Milo. Oh
Oh,
my god.
and they're mating. We never like to see that. That means it's gonna be horrible for somebody who is behind these two later on in the race to pass.
Yeah.
But there is
Will to
definitely
oh,
mating happening here.
get a room.
Get a room, yeah. Look at this though, the two Renaults. Morris on Cablo, I believe they both looks like they've changed their front wing now. Sitting in 8th and 9th, not really what they want after the good start for Cablo and
Yellow flag
Morris for
set
that matter.
two. Oh, who's that? It's Juho again. Juho's really not having a
So,
good time.
from what I can hear, then it's a day of Juho spin and not Juho fin.
Juho spin, yeah. Oh, who was that who went mile last? That was Swen on the last corner. And Fran in the chat said Sodre.
Franny, nice to see you checking in on the stream too.
Watching the best PSGL tier.
Watching the best commentators.
Mong Brand. Oh shit, I dropped my phone.
That is so you, Marshall. But let's see here though, where is the battles happening? The closest one right now is these two Renaults, where Morris Guy is currently following his teammate Cablo around the track. Maze, we can see, is pulling a little time on Buma and Callum for that matter, and Sven also too. I just realized, Marshall, we might see Mace go all the way to around lap 20 to get the most out of the clear air.
Ah, my mic's messing up.
Everything's messing up with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see here then
Ah,
if we can get.
hold on, I'm gonna try and fix my mic quickly.
Sure, Marshall, as we have yellow flags, I'm not completely sure where. Might be Juho just moving over for some other drivers. Somebody just took fastest lap, and that was Callum. Callum, who's right about now gaining on Buma, who's sitting in second on his 9-lap-old hard tires. He's not gonna end up pitting for some time. Callum, though, he's starting to look strong for this season now. To the hairpin, and who is that? There is yellow flags, but nothing happening right now. Oh, I believe that was Cablo actually who might have spun them. But look at this though, Callum Anderson getting really close to the rear of Buma, champion of
Okay.
2 seasons ago.
I can't fix the issue, so you're really quiet for me now.
Interesting. Can you at least hear me, Marshall?
Just about.
enough. Well, just about if it's enough.
I didn't hear the last bit you said then.
Okay, so it is that badly.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
Isn't that your
try.
mic? Oh, it's Jiho's knocked up into the wall.
But look at this though, Marshall. Callum Anderson right on the back of Boomer now. He's gonna be looking for a move on this lap into this corner. Boomer is gonna go defensive to take the inside line, but Callum just swoops around the outside. And is now on the hunt for his teammate of the day, TTG Mace.
Ooh, TGG. Sorry, I just had to.
Long.
Callum is actually flying tonight. As when still there, thereabouts.
Do we have any clear battles right now? We don't.
El Trico's not here today, unfortunately.
Did anybody ask, or did you just say that? Alright, somebody actually asked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is you, Marshall. You could have just said that out of nowhere. But looking at this, though, Marshall, if Mace were to pit on lap 15, as you said earlier, although I think he's going to go further, looking at the wear and obviously with the safety cars. But
Yeah.
right about now, if he pitted right now, he would come out in 6th, I believe.
Yes.
Maybe 7th, depending on how long the pit lane is. But Callum is closing that gap quite quickly now, though.
Oh, look at Swain and Boomer. Swain choking down the inside.
He's gonna take that position. Oh, but he goes a little wide though and leaves himself open to attack around the outside in the next corner. Look at this Boomer trying to perform some switchback maneuvers here. Oh, almost hitting the wall in that corner. As I believe Mileham looks like he's had an issue in... I'm not completely sure which corner that is. But he's lost a lot of front wing.
Who's that? Milan.
Mileham, yeah. Look at this. Billy is right on the back
Oh,
of Morris
RDA.
guy.
He just... How's he got damage? He has got damage. He's been in the wall.
Ah, that's a shame. Who was that you said? Audio?
Yeah.
That's a shame for Audio then.
He has to do a flip now, surely.
But look at this though. Billy challenging Morris guy. He's gonna try to make a move there, but he can't really get a break late enough to get it done. And obviously then he's just gonna be sitting behind Morris guy. Ooh, yellows.
It's blue. It's lost his whole wing.
Oh, interesting. Last Milam into pit, obviously he has wing damage. And look at this, Morris guy went wide in the final corner. Billy is gonna challenging him into turn 1.
Safety
Morris
car.
is still there though. Oh, and who was first
Morris
of
was
these two?
ahead.
That was very lucky for Morris guy.
Let's look at Maze.
And
Because
this is
Maze can...
perfect for Mace. Well, to
Oh,
be
what?
fair, there is perfect for Mace, would have been a little later actually.
Yeah, during it's a safety car, I'm going to try and fix my mic because it's awful. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Go ahead. In the meantime, though, we can see that Mace is in the lead currently on 12 lap old mediums. However, there is a safety car, so he can exploit that to either pit in for fresh hards or fresh mediums. Right now, I believe he will be coming out in about 5th or 6th. 6th. He will have to pit stop again, so we will see if he goes into the pit, and he goes into the pit. The question is, will it be for mediums or will it be for hards? What about Callum? Callum stays out. He's not going to be double stacking behind his teammate. Sven, on the other hand, goes into the pit to take on a fresh set of mediums, I will assume. Buma keeps going. Mace on with a new set of medium tires. Sven on with a new set of medium tires. Audio, he's gonna follow his teammate. He's also gonna go into the pit. Pornage is gonna stay out on his hard tires. But where is Mace though? Is Pornage or Mace gonna be first? Pornage is gonna be ahead of Mace in third and Mace in fourth. Then Morris Guy in fifth on his old hard tires. Billy in sixth on his old hard tires. Then we will have Sven in seventh. Audio is gonna be eighth. Both of them also on new, fresh, medium tires. Well, Callum, I do believe it's a little late for you to pit now. You should have pitted on the lap. The safety car came out like Mace did and like Sven and Audio did, because your hard tires is going to be slower than their medium tires.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Oh, Marshall, you have the funniest, what should I say? Entries sometime?
Hey, you can say that.
But yeah, Marshall, we have a safety car though, and Callum is now leading ahead of Buma and Pornage, while Mace pitted in for fresh mediums. Then Morris Guy and Billy and Sven and Audio both pitted in for fresh mediums too.
Ooh.
So what do you think? Is Callum gonna be able to hold off on those hard tires, or do you think the three guys on the mediums are gonna be too quick at the end?
Maze needs to get past the two Ferraris first, which might be a struggle.
Then again though, the grip he should have against them, and especially Buma being on 13 laps old hard tires. We can see that Billy, he makes the choice now to pit. It's a lap too late, Billy. You've done this before. You're gonna end up at the back now.
Not learned.
But he's gonna pit in, unless he has front wing damage, so. But there is no wing change, so it's only for tires, and it is a fresh set of mediums.
That's silly, Billy. I didn't need to rhyme with that.
Well, I mean, it isn't the first time he's done that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's something about when a safety car comes out, though, you gotta be quick to think about pit stop or not, pretty much.
Yeah, you don't ask in the chat even if you need to pit.
You saw Callum's message there,
yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah. Although for Callum's sake, he obviously has track position, but there's only 2 cars between him and Mace, and it's not that many cars down to Sven and Audio either, so I think he will feel some pressure later on. Do I pit? It is funny.
Yeah.
Well, my answer is definitely yes for that matter. I would have pitted if I was him. He would have still been, well, he would have been 4th then. Mace would have been 5th, no 3rd.
Would he be ahead of Maze?
No, Mace was in 1st, so Mace would have been 3rd, Callum would have been 4th. Well, no, he does that right though. He's in the same car as me, so he maybe would have actually gone down to 5th actually because of the double stack. Maybe 6th. I don't think he would, but maybe.
I find it impressive how I'm still driving and typing. If it was me, I'll be in the wall.
Well, I can tell you that like we had that classic car event, and almost every time there was a safety car, I believe Callum was in AI behind me or ahead of me.
Oh,
And you don't need to make fun of it. I did a lot of mistakes in those races.
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Although I did also have some fun battles, especially with the classic cars being a little easier to battle with, in my opinion. Although with a default 6-6 setup, then like you're topping out way too early on the straights, though.
I was driving the 2010 McLaren yesterday. Just because I was reserved, I thought I could race, so I was getting a bit of practice. The
Oh, you
traction
are
on it was
joking.
awful. Yeah, I was
You
reserved.
little sweatbag. Didn't
What?
even know if you were racing and you practiced in it.
Yeah, I don't want to
Oh my
embarrass
god.
myself spinning every corner.
Well, you know. Well, I mean, like, me, Matthew, and Caden for that matter, we all did no practice for that, even though we were racing. And we knew we were racing.
Oh.
Well, Matthew didn't, but yeah.
And I would have been racing, but then I had to go for my dinner.
Sweatbag. Not getting that stamp off you now.
Ah,
But look at this though.
I'll do
Eh,
more sweating for classic cars than the actual F2 league.
Oh, and the safety car in this lap, Marshall. Let's see then. How is this safety car gonna be? Callum slows them down. I think he's gonna have to slow them down a little more if he doesn't want to catch that safety car.
Yeah,
And it looks like he listens.
Callum turn into the wall.
Right into the wall, straight away.
Ah, carbo penalty.
On the exit. And well, the
Maze needs to
safety car
get
is
closer to
still not in
Portland.
the pit, so he can't really go full throttle yet.
I don't understand what Maze is doing. He's
Oh, and
keeping
it
the
looks
gas.
like he goes. It's not the best start, but it's a good enough start actually. But look at this though, both the Ferraris are close together.
Billy's past Milam already.
Interesting.
Coat C's pitting.
That's too bad for him. That's
Did he get
probably wing
damage on you?
damage. But look at
Yeah.
this though, pawnage on his teammate Buma. He's gonna make a move for it into this corner. Is there gonna be team orders? He's gonna try to make a move, but Buma is not having it. He's gonna keep that position.
Oh, so brake checked Coates.
Oh, and look at this. Sven and Morris guy. Sven just goes right by him. Now Ardio is looking to attack Morris guy into this next left-hander. And he's
Oh,
gonna
Morris just
make the
got
move
damage.
stick. And look at Billy. He's also gonna make a move on Morris guy, but it's gonna be closer. And my god, how nobody ended up in a wall there.
And Milam's got past as well.
Yeah, and look at it.
Oh,
Oh, and who was that? Spitty, I think.
I don't know.
Oh, and look at this. Juho on Sebedi. No.
Duhur's got past Morris.
But I think we gotta go to the front of the field now because they're really close everywhere here now. There's 4 guys chasing the guys ahead on the hard tires.
Maze needs to get past these two Ferraris.
Yeah, the
They
only
just slow.
problem now is that he kind of needs to get past Pornage, but Pornage is also gonna have DRS when they come to the long straight.
They don't Cornage. He's a good defender. If he was football, he'll be a centre back.
Look at this though. Mace has better grip on those tires. Coming out onto the long straight here. Can he get enough speed out of it to make a move on Ponage. He's actually pulling out of the slipstream to cool down his engine, I think. But look at this though, Sven is gonna take the
Ooh,
opportunity to challenge Mace there, although with the outside line, and he's not gonna be able to challenge Mace in the next corner.
got a proper long train there. Got Boomer down
Right
to
now, I gotta be honest, it
9.
looks like Buma is running low downforce there because he's holding Ponage off still. Oh, and I have just seen, I believe it
Maze
was Sven who punted Mace in the back there. I do not know
VSC.
exactly what happened there, but that is a
Oh,
shame. That is
imagine if this race was wet. We'll be like on lap 15.
lap 12.
Oh yeah, probably.
But Sven
That's
has
unfortunate for
managed to get
Maze.
himself some wing damage after that. Mace is obviously out after that.
Got
RDO,
two
I don't know if
Ferraris
he
in
has any wing
Q1.
damage. He doesn't have any wing damage. But Callum, obviously, he's been able to build up a gap after this though.
Are we doing interviews after the race?
Not doing interviews for pre-season, no, Marshall.
Okay.
It was my intention at least.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Did we do
As
last season?
I can't remember to be honest.
I don't think we did.
But look at Pornage, it's all over a
But racing
teammate
is
again.
back on though, and Ponage is right on the back. Oh, Boomer, he's gonna go for it this time. He's not gonna hold anything back. But look at this though, Boomer makes a switchback move. But Ponage is gonna take that position away from Boomer, and now both of the two Red Bulls on the back of Boomer too. And we can see that Ardio wants to get past this train. He is the only one here on the medium tires and without front wing damage like Sven do.
I'm just checking the football scores.
Oh, and look at
Um,
this. Sven has out traction. Boomer completely in the hairpin. He's going to try and move around the outside on Boomer. He's going to make the move. Oh, but he's gone
mm,
too deep and almost into the wall. And Boomer is fighting back.
Man United's winning 3-0 against Bruges.
Who
Oh, and the
knows?
Garlo scored.
Who knows, Marshall? Maybe this is the season where we see a slightly stronger Boomer again.
I do hope so.
Well, last season was a little embarrassing until he managed to get
End of the
a few
season
better
was pretty
results at
strong.
the end.
Imagine if we get another safety car now. How will it be like 3 or 4 this race?
I mean, I was planning on finishing this race today.
Yeah, same.
Say it like that. But now, though, Boomer under a lot of pressure by Sven behind him. Sven can't get past. Oh, Boomer has to be running low downforce there.
Why would we run low downforce at Singapore?
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Well, you're just gonna be awful everywhere but the streets at Singapore.
Nah, I've always ran low downforce at Singapore. Eh?
Weirdos.
You just gotta really make sure that you always get a good exit onto the straight so you can actually keep them away, because then like,
Oh, come out
oh,
good
but look at
exits.
this
Look at
though,
Sven.
Sven is gonna challenge Boomer here into this chicane. I think Sven might have gotten him, now he hasn't, and now Sven has gotta look out for his teammate too. Boomer's doing an absolutely stunning defending their job here, Marshall.
He is.
While the two Red Bulls on the better tires are struggling to get past him now. we gonna see some multi-21 action soon? You know,
I
like
doubt
let
it.
Audio get a try on this guy?
Possibly. Depends on if they're in the same party.
Oh, and look at this! Is that Sven getting a very bad exit onto the long
Look at
straight?
RDO.
RDO, he's gonna go for it, but he can't. He's not getting
He's got no
close enough.
pattern. But look at Sven. Sven's gone
Oh,
deep.
Sven's gone very deep, and that obviously that might have something to do with his wing damage, or he might have just gone deep to let his teammate through. We can speculate.
I did see a yellow flag, but I'm not sure who that was for.
I am not either. But now though, Ardio, the second Red Bull on Buma's tail, can he get it past Buma at some point? As he has a very bad exit from the hairpin actually. Which means that he might have to defend from Sven, but Sven is just gonna sit behind him for now.
Boom is helping his teammates so much right now.
Oh, he is, but he's not losing that much to Pornage either, though. Like, he's keeping a fairly decent pace right now, although we can see that these Red Bulls have more to give in the corners, but they haven't been able to get past him yet. But look at this, though. Audio is sticking to his rear completely, and look at this. Audio is gonna pressure Buma. Oh, and almost loses it.
Almost gone into the pits.
Well, I think he's seen that Buma is managing to get a good exit
Oh,
on
Sven's made a
this
mistake now.
next corner every time, and thought that he would have to go for something different, and he tried it. Didn't work, unfortunately for him, but yeah.
Oh, Morris.
Oh, Morris, and where is he gone out?
Not sure.
I'm not either.
I'm on board with Coatsy, and I can't see his car. Got a yellow flag in sector 1 now. Who's that? I have no idea. But look at Sven, he's all over Boomer still.
Oh, he is, and he's gonna try to out-traction Buma from this hairpin. He's gotten a better exit, but I don't think he's close enough, although he's gonna go down the inside of Buma here, but Buma manages to get the better exit. And once again, Sven is gonna have to just follow.
Boomer's defending so well right now. Defending for his life.
He's choosing the right corners to stay on the inside and outside. And he's also managing to always get a good exit before the long straight. Obviously, I believe it is the left side end plate that Sven has damage to, so that does make it a little easier for Buma to hold off when they get to the straight, but
I think Pablo's starting to catch up as well.
it does look like it actually.
Has Sven got damage, did you say?
Sven does on the left side of his wing.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
He got that when he went into the back of Mace, I believe. I'm not completely sure, but I believe he did.
Pablo's also got damage.
Both of these Red Bulls, you can see them having so much more grip in this section for one. What about now? Sven is close to Buma again. He's closing here. He's using ERS. Buma goes on the inside. Sven around the outside. I think Sven might have finally been able to get the move out done as he's ahead. And that is one Red Bull. Unfortunately, for when it comes to second and first, though, I think they are a little too far ahead for Sven now.
Yeah.
And see
RDA, it's
here,
your turn.
Buma behind Sven. You can see Buma losing time everywhere because of his tires right now. Obviously, in some of the fast corners, he's managing to not lose that much because of Sven's wing damage. But Ardio, though, he's sitting behind Buma, ready to make a move for it too. Oh, and look at this. Audio is getting a good exit. He's gonna be close to Buma heading into this next corner. Can he get close enough to make a move though? He wants to take that inside line, but he's not getting close now. But look at this though, into this next corner here. They're side by side, barely enough room for the both of them.
And Audio has to back out.
Will have to settle for 5th at the moment.
Oh, right, never mind.
But look at this now. Buma is outside of DRS now. Audio is right on Buma's back. If he doesn't get past now, he will have a much bigger chance. Oh, as he punts! Buma in the back there. And I do not think that was on purpose, and you could see him slow down to let Buma continue ahead of him. So
somehow they both got no damage, it looks like.
Well, it looks like Audio has managed to lose his right-hand side end plate, so that's
and here's Cablo.
That is gonna make it more difficult for Audio to try and make a move on Buma now, especially with this corner right here. But look at this though, Cablo on the back of Audio. He might be one who's gonna try to steal that position from Audio.
I think Cablo's got damage though. Yeah, he does.
But what about now? Can Audio get close enough to Buma to make a move on this long straight? He's gaining, he has DRS. I don't think he's gonna get close enough though.
No.
Oh, and you can see that wing damage hurting him there too. Lap 28, Marshall. We're getting close to the end of this race.
Bloody finally.
I did say that I would be putting some faith into Callum Anderson today.
I forgot who I said.
He's done well.
Oh, I said Billy for the win. God sake, Billy.
Yeah, he's not really up there for the win right now.
Yeah.
And Audio doesn't look like he's able to challenge Buma with his wing damage now. He's kind of dipping around 5/10 plus all the time now.
Audio's struggling for battery as well. So he's got 13%.
That too. Well, considering that if he's smart, he's not going to be pushing it down this straight this time. He's just going to be saving it while being in slipstream.
Yeah. Oh no, he's in the overtake.
Why? You're not close enough, Audio. Just save it to next lap or the lap after.
I say Boom's doing a good job on the 25 the whole time.
He does, but then again, like Buma is a driver who we've seen before do well on old tires, so...
Talk about old tires, look at Juho, 11 lap old softs.
Oh, you don't want to jinx anything, Connor. I think if Callum bottles now, it's been me jinxing it, because
it'll be the biggest bottle.
Already mentioned it. Well, it won't be the biggest as it is pre-season. But it will be a big one.
It'll be hilarious if he does bottle.
Gotta say though, he's showing himself to be a contender this season.
Yeah, for sure.
2 more laps.
Dion could have been up there fighting for the win, but unfortunately
Yeah.
he had an incident and last corner.
And then Billy could have been up there. Maze
Maze
could have been up there.
It's only Callum that hasn't really done a foot wrong yet.
I think when it comes to Maze, Sven and Audio though, like all of those, I think could have been way closer to Callum, but Puma did well on his defending against Pawnage, so and after Pawnage passed him, he did well in defending against Red Bulls. Yeah, I think Callum has been a little lucky with the fact that the medium runners didn't get past the 2 Ferraris quick enough either. Or, well, one of the Ferraris are actually way ahead right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Buma now though. Shall we see Audio trying to make a move around the outside? He's gonna switch to the inside. And Buma is gonna be experienced and just do the switchback. Oh, and Audio goes very deep there, and I think Audio has lost this one this time. As Buma manages to stay ahead again.
Sent him the dummy.
I gotta say though, it was a good move by Audio first, but Buma just went for the switchback when he saw the switch, and he's actually managed to pull out a little gap right now. Ooh, as Billy.
I thought it was Callum.
Billy, and that is in the last corner, I believe, as we see that Sebedi and Mileham are fighting for position. We can see Billy's crashed car standing there. And that was a shame for Sebedi, as he couldn't actually try a move there because of the yellow flags.
Yeah, the 5 last sector. It's Juho.
That is Mr. Spin for you.
And it's the last lap. And Callum's coming up to the last sector.
Oh, and there was yellows by the hairpin. I'm not sure who that is.
It's Juho.
Again, no, it wasn't Gio. In the second sector, I mean, there was yellow, so...
Juho's in the last sector right now.
But no, nonetheless, though, Callum coming through the tunnel for the last time in this preseason race to take a well-driven
Been at last
win.
corner, Callum.
And just spins it around. It could have happened. It could have happened. But we see fireworks and Callum over the line. Pawnage is going to come over the line in second. Oh, but there was a penalty for Pawnage there. However, his gap to Sven should be big enough to hold off as Sven is coming over the line in third. And also with even more penalties. What about Buma in fourth? Audio takes fourth on penalties from Buma. Cable is going to come over the line in sixth. And in seventh. Jumping straight to eighth today. In seventh, we're going to have Mileham.
Oh, he only lost.
Seems happy with that. Or either he was happy with that, or he almost lost it.
I think he got the fastest lap in the last lap.
Who?
Mileham.
Nah, he was battling Sebedi on the last lap, I think. Or what? Sebedi actually didn't battle him that much on the last lap. Maybe. Number 69 on the Haas car. How many times? Oh my god, and on the Ferrari too. Well, one thing is for sure, there is no question about the most normal number for people to pick on the game.
Yeah. Ryan, yeah, nice little dummy you sent Boomer as well.
But look at this though. What do we take away from this, Marshall? Who, after today's
Big
race,
bottles on.
who do you think are the favorites for the championship?
Oh, there's still so many. Callum Poinage, Swen, Audio Boomer, Robin, Pablo, Maze, Dion, had good pace.
I
Literally
think you're alright.
anyone.
There's actually quite a lot of people who could have taken the win today. But there were only one guy who managed to get away with no issues or trouble at all, and that was Callum Anderson.
No
That is weird
penalties
to
as
say.
well. Yeah. Aaron.
Or was it Aaron?
Yeah. We both
Gonna
just
keep
thought of
that
that at the
joke
same
running
time.
this season too. Nonetheless, though, there will be no interviews today. I don't know if you have anything specific you want to add right now, Marshall, before we end off.
Nah, not really.
Nothing about your comeback to PSGL F2, maybe.
I'm a reserve.
Ah, you're right. You're just gonna bottle.
Yeah, and that.
Well, look at that. Marshall's gonna be bottling in F2. Gonna be bottling in F4. Callum, maybe he will be bottling in F6. We never know. Nonetheless, though, this has been PSGL F6 pre-season in Singapore, season 25. Commentary brought by the Mong brand as usual, me and Marshall. And with that, make sure to like and subscribe for more action. I'm not sure if every tier is doing pre-season, so I can't actually say which one is next.
It's F5 on Sunday, F5, F4 and F3, I believe.
Alright, so then all three of them are doing pre-season possibly. I know F4 is. I believe F3 is. I'm not sure about F5, but
I think there's a
Sunday
poll
at
on
8 at
Twitter
least.
earlier for
Alright,
F5.
then
So
8
just
at
come back
Sunday.
Sunday at 8, there'll be something.
Well, hopefully there will at least. But nonetheless, hopefully we'll see you back next week and goodbye.
Goodbye.